living in North America, there's something special that we do as kids with our baby teeth as they fall out. Maybe you know about it. It's called a tooth fairy, and today we're going to be going into what that actually is. So Adam, we've lived in Japan for a long time. I'm sure we've in the past talked about the different types of things or what you do with teeth here in Japan as they're falling out. Do you remember them?
Just the one about throwing them on the roof.
So let's go back to the first time you heard about that. How did that make you feel when you learned about?
It's still, I don't want to say it sounds weird, but it just sounds unusual. Like I just imagine,
very unusual.
Even if you move, like if multiple people lived in your house before that, there's just a bunch of baby teeth on the roof.
Where are these teeth going?
Just stay there. Like 100 years down the road or in the future, people will be like, oh, look at this tooth from a human. The interesting thing is that I don't hear friends of mine or like people who have children that I know of saying that they threw their children's teeth on the roof or like in the neighborhood. Okay. I don't see kids like looking outside like, let's throw our teeth on the roof because we lost them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it feels like it was something that's done like a long time ago, or they just do it really discreetly, like really secretly.
That's true. Because I guess in the US, it's like, you know, it's something that kids will talk about, kind of brag about.
Yeah.
Your tooth is gone.
Even between parents, or like if you go to the dentist here, the dentist might say, oh, you got a tooth falling out soon, or let's pull out the tooth and make sure to put it under your pillow so that the tooth fairy could come. Where in Japan, even when I was a teacher, you never hear like the Japanese teacher when I was in the classroom say, oh, Koichi-kun, you lost a tooth. Did you throw it on the roof? Like, I never heard that before. Or I would have been like, throw it on the roof. What are you talking about? You know, it's not like a thing that people talk about, like the tooth fairy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's such an interesting thing. Yeah. And, you know, the kids just get rid of their teeth and then that's it.
Where does it go?
They get nothing back.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like very interesting. There's got to be a reason why. What's the reason why? So let us know in the comments, everyone, if you guys know the answer. But we're going to be talking about the tooth fairy and explaining to you exactly why we're so surprised when we hear that you just throw your teeth on the roof, or I think sometimes you bury it under the house or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's such a waste. We're saying this because special little fairy called a tooth fairy comes and takes your tooth and in exchange gives you some of that money, some of that yen.
Yen.
Or I guess not yen, it would be dollars. It always happens in the US. So same in Canada, right? Yeah. This is a common, I guess, North American. I'm not sure about any other countries, actually.
I don't know,
But in any case, how did you feel like when you were a little kid losing teeth and you learned about the tooth fairy?
It was exciting. I think, though, the first teeth that I lost had to be pulled out. So I didn't have the full experience of them, you know, starting to wiggle. And then every time you breathe, they're like... I didn't have that experience at first. I had to have 2 teeth pulled out because the other teeth were coming in the back, and the dentist was like, these aren't coming out. So those are the teeth that I used for the tooth fairy. And they came in, like, he put them in a little case. He's like, make sure to put these under the pillow because the tooth fairy is going to come. And then, I did that. And it was fun. It was exciting because, you know, I thought maybe I'd get like a quarter or something. But this is what happened. I put the teeth under the pillow and I woke up the next day and the teeth were gone. And I was like, hey, where's my teeth? And there was nothing there.
Oh no.
There was nothing there. So I went to my mom and said, Mom, where's my teeth? Did the tooth fairy come? And she's like, I think so. Go check again. And I looked around all like over my bed and I found like, because at the time we didn't have coins for everything. We had like a $2 bill. Not a $2 coin.
Exactly.
So I guess what had happened was the tooth fairy put the $2 bill under my pillow and I rolled around and it got crumpled and pushed into the corner.
Okay.
So I found a little balled up $2 bill. And it was really exciting because that was the first money I ever had in my life. of my own.
Yeah.
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 And I
Yeah.
think for
When
a
you're
lot
such
of
a little
kids, it's
kid.
like it's the same. Like that's if you don't do like a lemonade stand at a garage sale or like a paper route
Mm.
at like 4 years old, 5 years old,
But yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
money is the
It's
first.
still pretty
Yeah,
young
it's
when you're
still pretty young,
losing
right?
those baby teeth. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like the first money that you ever have that's
Yes.
yours to spend. And that
Yes.
could be
Yes.
one of the reasons why like it happens to teach kids about having their own money. Like maybe it's
Ooh.
exchanging money for goods and services.
For goods,
Yeah.
something another thing that's important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So we learn about
I
that.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to think
You
about
know,
it. I
yeah.
never knew if it was like, yeah, a life lesson or anything. I thought it was just like, oh, just a thing,
Yeah,
you
right.
know. Kids lose their baby teeth and exchange, they get some
Oh
money
yeah,
for it, you know.
exactly.
Similar in Japan where kids really don't do anything for New Year's,
Right.
but they still get the money
Money, yeah.
for the New Year's,
Otoshidama.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But here it's like, yeah, like you, I was super excited. I even remember maybe from a
Hmm.
dentist that like I got like a tooth fairy like box, like a tiny plastic like Tupperware
With a
box that
little
had like a little
sponge in it?
flat like a with I don't think there was a
Okay,
sponge,
okay.
but it was just a super tiny like container
Yeah.
like a pill box
Okay,
or
okay.
something, but it said like my tooth something about a tooth or something,
Yeah.
and I remember having that, and that's what I used every time when I lost a tooth to put under my
Pillow.
pillow. Always excited to see what I would get, and I don't really remember right now, but I think it was like usually like $1 for
Oh,
each
okay. Yeah.
tooth.
Yeah.
What do you remember? Was it like just
Maybe it
small
was a
coins? I don't
dollar.
remember.
Probably a dollar, yeah. $1 or $2.
So that might be the reason of what kind of I think that's the
Yeah,
average.
yeah. A
Average
dollar, $2. Maybe even
a
a quarter
dollar.
back way back when. Who knows?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably like change,
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 yeah.
pocket
Yeah.
change. But did you ever have any questions about like what the tooth fairy does with these teeth?
Later on in life, yeah.
As you right
Yeah.
as you were getting towards the
Yeah.
end of all your teeth coming out.
Why do they want the teeth? Like what do they use
Yeah.
them for? Grind them up? Make some
Yes.
powder, fairy dust with children's teeth?
So then of course, like as we got old, we understand that yeah, it's not I don't think it was nothing like devastating
Mm,
to hear that there's no tooth
right.
fairy. Um
You know,
and I don't even personally remember how it like came about that I was like, oh, it's just
right.
money I'm getting from my parents.
Yeah. You know something that I heard somewhere that like when you lose your last baby tooth, that's when you lose your innocence as a baby. So that's when the magic dies. So maybe that's
Yeah.
when we realize that the tooth fairy doesn't exist or like other things don't exist and we're just adults.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. That might be some
Yeah.
saying
Something
now that
like
you
that.
mentioned that.
Somewhere, maybe
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
movie or something.
But there's still like a special place in someone's heart
Hmm.
to have all those teeth. It's
Right.
a little creepy
Yeah.
when you go back. Now both of us are parents. We look at these times collecting our kids' teeth, and then we think about our parents probably still have our baby teeth
I
somewhere,
think so.
right?
I bet I could find them if I looked really hard. It
It's
would be
almost like
so gross.
it almost goes in the same line as in Japan when they save a baby's umbilical
Right,
cord,
yeah.
right? And that's like something of the infant of the
Right.
child, or like a lock of hair or something. But in the U.S., yeah, baby teeth.
Baby teeth.
Kind of
A
creepy to think
little
about
bit,
that collection of teeth, but at the same time, it is like a memento
yeah,
of when the child was young.
right.
This is something that was like enjoyable, probably for both sides, the parents and
And
the
the children, yeah,
children.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at
So then, and that's another reason, everyone, why, me and Adam, probably all Westerners, when we hear about you just throwing your baby teeth, those precious baby teeth away,
it's like what a
we're like,
waste.
how could you?
Yeah. That's a lot of the first words touch those teeth.
Oh man.
First food, first everything.
Yeah. No, man, after this video, you'll see people on the rooftops trying to find their
Pick
kids'
them
teeth.
out. What are you doing?
Oh,
Looking for
man.
the teeth.
And there you go, everyone. The tooth fairy is something special that we have in North America. Did you know about this tooth lore? Let us know in the comments down below about Japanese teeth and why you throw them over the house up onto the roof.
Right.
Subscribe to the channel and like the video for more cool stuff.
Yep. But that's it. We'll see you
On the next step.